Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, before I get started on my lesson, I would like to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Hadash. I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Hey, peace and love to the hopeful elect and the 1/3 remnant. All right, I'm the Akiyah Matazah, coming to you with a little quick hit. Hey, Lord, will you sincere, will receive it, be edified in the spirit. Okay, this is going strictly into the book of Matthew and 13 and basically going into the parables of the sower. Okay, because spiritually we all are planting seeds. Okay, and we have to make sure that, like in this chapter, it's going into uh, how a sower, went forth to sow, and when he plants seeds, like we all sometimes we plant seeds that that don't come up. You plant seeds that's uh, basically they don't get enough root. You know what I'm saying? So we have to truly watch out where we planting our seeds at. You know, but the point that I'm trying to get into is in Matthew 13, and the point is in 12, because the disciple was asking our Lord, why you speaking to the people in parables? You know what I'm saying? And because the Lord basically, what I'm saying, hey, the secrets are given unto the prophets. Okay, it's not given to everyone. Okay, so that's why I'm going to start off at Matthew 13 and verse 9. It said, who have ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and asked him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Okay, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them is not given. Who is them? The one that despise this word, the one that truly not hearkening, the ones that's that's not sighing and crying, the one that's in the not in the house of mourning, they in the house of mirth. They wanna laugh, right now, and they gonna cry later. These are the ones that the kingdom of heaven they not these are the ones that the kingdom of heaven is not, like the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven is not given to. Okay, because it's a specific character and attitude, that the ones that are permitted to understand the secrets, they gonna have a specific attitude on how to and conduct on how to go about why they live in this hellhole, man. Okay, because hey, you remember, like it said in Amos 3:1, the Lord said He only known Israel, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, out of all the families of the earth, man. Okay, so look, you have to truly believe it, man. Like you have to truly know that. Okay, that our power only. Matter of fact, let me just get it. Amos 3. 11:44, calm line like how about my shot. It said, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, not children of nobody else. It said, O children of Israel. Okay, you Negroes, Latinos, you Native Americans, uh, 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 you Mexicans, these bad words that they done put up on us, man. You Colombians, and so forth, man. Okay. It said, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's what I'm saying. Hey, the people, they don't understand when you, like, that's why I started off in Matthew about the parable of the sower, because our people don't understand the seeds that they planted. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure we planting seeds that's going on good soil and good ground. And what is that good soil and what is that good ground, man? That's Yahweh Bashim Havashai. Okay? We just read in Amos right here. I just read in Amos that the Lord said he only know the Lord said he only Israel is only the only family of all the earth. Think about that. Of all the earth, man. All these different people. You know, like, man, you gotta let that sink in. The powers that be that created it all that you seeing, from these trees to this grass, you know what I'm saying? All the elements, you know what I'm saying? This water, you know? Hey, everything, the Lord chose us. So that's why he said he gonna punish us for all our iniquities, man. Okay? Let me roll back. Roll back to Matthew. That's why in and Matthew and 13, it said, who have ears, and 9, Matthew 13 and 9, it said, who have ears to hear, let him hear. Okay? In NLT, anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. And like it said, verse 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given. So you had to know that, okay, the Lord only dealing with Israel. All right, I'm Israel. You know, I'm from the chosen lineage. Man, I gotta stop doing things of such, you know, that I was taught when I was a little child, you know, from my parents and my grandparents. Like, because you can see that, man, they don't truly understand, you know. But that's why, hey, the Lord said, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, you know. But hey, the Lord shine his light up on his people, man. Okay, and ultimately you're going to see it. You're going to see if you, just like before I even knew this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, like when I heard this word and when I was watching the apostles, and it made me realize, like, damn, I'm fucking up. Like, damn, I be doing this. Damn, I be doing this. And this word that the apostles preaching from on high, where they get it from? How about Shema Shai? So, you know, and the men that was before the apostles, like, hey, the Lord is beautiful, man, in his work. You know, to enter into another man's labor, you know, and we all, like, you know, make up the body, man. You know, but what I'm saying is, hey, it's like it for the rent, but you know, that's why it's important to really search out the scriptures, man. To search out, to make sure that you getting properly fed, man. You don't want to be led in the ditch. Okay, Matthew 13 and 11, and he said, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever had, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have. Let me read that in NLT. It says, to those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given. See, look, Yahweh Shai saying, to those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. Abundance means a lot. You know, just like when you go to you know, like at these buffets, like that's an abundance of food. That's why they call it a buffet, like buff. Like when you eat this shit, like your body be buff, like because it's a lot, you know. And like the word abundance is kind of just like a buff, like, you know, you have a lot, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull it up in the inner liner. Let me see. Come on, Blue Letter. What is you doing? Try it again. Get that word abundance, man. But yeah, we have to listen to the word, man. You know, that's how we continue to grow. See, hey, I ain't playing. Like, this the cheat code to life, man. Like, who don't want the cheat code to life, man? It says, outline of biblical usage: to exceed a fixed number of measure, to be left over, above a certain number or measure, to be over, to remain, to exist, or be at hand in abundance, to be great. You see, those who listen to the teaching will have an abundance, great, you know, a thing which comes in abundance or overflows. Look at that. So, hey, this is what the Lord is saying. This is what the Lord is saying. When you listen to these teachings, to these words, to these wise sayings, more abundance of knowledge is gonna be overflowing with knowledge, like to the point where like people be like, man, look, I can't handle this shit. Like, look, and you know that's what the scriptures say. The wicked flee when the scriptures come out. Okay, because they want to be pleased with their flesh, you know. And it says, but for those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them. You gotta let that sink in. You know, like this was struck this lesson right here, man. Like, I love this right here because it just shows you, like, okay, like, are you listening? Are you not listening? So, you know, if you're listening, continue to listen. That way you'll be able to continue to grow, and you'll be able to continue, like, to build yourself up. Like, you'll be able to gird your loins up for that, because we come into days of trouble. That's why the Lord is, like, you know, hey, He's doing the sifting. You know, He's seeing, hey, who really taking this seriously. He's seeing, like, who not listening. Okay, and look, and like I said, for those who are not listening, what little understanding they have will be taken away from them. So don't get content. Always stay humble, no matter what the Lord show you, no matter what you obtain. You know, you continually to stay in, you know, in doing the best that you can so you can receive salvation, man. Okay, and this is why it's important. Okay, because let me see, Deuteronomy 31. And what's that? Deuteronomy? No. Salakia. Deuteronomy 13 and 18, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Deuteronomy 13 and 18. It said, "When thou shalt hearken to the Lord, to the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep all His commandments, which I command thee this day, to do that which is right in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh thy power." In the NLT, make it a little more smooth. It said, "The Lord Yahweh, your power will be merciful only if you listen to His voice and keep all His commands that I am giving you today, doing what pleases Him." So look, we have to the Lord gonna show His mercy if we listen to His voice. Yeah, we gonna fall. Like I said, righteous man fall the 7 times, but he get up. The just man fall, and the just man is the elect. Okay, so that's why I say, like, it's important to listen so we can have abundance of knowledge, because we're gonna need abundance of knowledge in the times that's approaching. Okay, so continue to listen to Yahweh Shema Shai words, and that's from the Great Millstone. Okay, the 100% truth, truly. Like, yeah, men have their flaws, but at the same time, hey, the Lord is dealing with a particular men too, still. And we have to know that in the spirit. You can't be just looking in the flesh all the time. And we do that at times, but like at the same time, hey, you have to make sure that you are being led by the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the Holy Spirit, man. Hey, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, because, hey, I need abundance of knowledge in the times that's coming. Because, hey, it's going to be a time like no other. And your faith going to have to be, the faith going to be the number one thing that you operating on. Like, this world, this fashion of this world is going to pass away. And you're going to have to have these scriptures lined up, just like how I can go pull it up on my phone, like boom, boom, boom. You're going to have to make sure that you can remember these words in the back of your head, because you ain't gonna have no Bible, you ain't gonna have no phone, you ain't gonna be able to call no brother. And that's why it says in Matthew 13 and 12 again, "To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. But for those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them." Let that sink in. Okay? Look, it says, verse 13, it says, that is why I use these parables, for they look, but they don't really see. They hear, but they don't really listen or understand. When you be talking to your people, you know, they look, but they really don't see. You know what I'm saying? And they hear, like they hear you when you saying it, but they really don't listen or understand. You know, like who woke you up today? Like how did you get to work safe and sound? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many ways I can go on and on and on and on. Like how did you was able to go to the bathroom? Like how is your eyes blinking? You know what I'm saying, by itself? How is you able to move your arms and your feet? Like, you know what I'm saying? We can just go to the smallest things. And really, those big things, though. But, hey, that's what I'm saying. The Lord is here in each and every way, in each and every step. And we have to acknowledge that. And that's what it says in Proverbs 3 and 5. Acknowledge the Lord in all thy, what it say? I don't want to butcher it. Try my best not to. Roughly paraphrasing as a rose say. It says, oh Lord, this is good. It said Proverbs 3 and 5, trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart, which meaning mind, let's go back to the word lav in Hebrew, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. See? In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So, hey, that's what people don't do. They don't acknowledge the Lord, and I mean, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why, when you don't acknowledge the Lord, you become puffed up. That's why it say, what it say in Matthew 13 and 13, it said, this is why I use these prayers, for they look, but they don't really see. They hear, but they don't really listen or understand. So, hey, that's why I say we have the healer, man. We have the power, like truly, you know what I'm saying, giving us the cheat code, the download, how to operate and how to move through this matrix, man. Okay, and man, Lord willing, hey, we endure to the end. Speaking to you, sincere Akim and Akwaf, and me and my household. Hey, continue to pray, continue to watch. Hey, like I say, the Lord is gonna overflow you with knowledge and wisdom and understanding as long as you listen to his teaching, man. Okay, so Lord will, you sincerely was edified. It was quick and hit straight to the point. I hope that it was fulfilling to whoever needed. So with that, Lord will, you sincerely edified once again. So with that, I would like to say, I want to give all honor and all glory and power to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. A double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect. Peace and love and salutation to the 1/3 remnant. To the next time, Yahweh Ratazah. Hey, Shalom.